There is once a situation, it happened in Lord Chaitanya's pastime. Lord Chaitanya came to South India and he had one of the servants who was, in fact he wanted to come alone. But Nityananda Prabhu insisted that they should take some people, he should take one or two people with him because his belongings have to be carried and like that. Somebody should be there to cook for him. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, okay. And they sent one person called Kala Krishna Dasa. Now this person served Lord Chaitanya nicely. And then what happened? That when he came to one place in South India, he somehow fell down. He became attracted to some gypsy community and their woman, and he ran away, joined them. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally went to deliver him. And in fact, the gypsy people, they threw their weapons also on Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya, because in a different mood, he did not lift any weapon, and their own weapons went and hit them. And then Lord Chaitanya grabbed him, basically, by the hair and brought him back. So there in the purport and in the narration by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, it is said that this is the quality of the Lord. That even if a servant wants to abandon the service and go to his materialistic pursuits, the Lord drags him back to the devotion service. Spiritual life is very personalistic. Because in doing devotion service, we cannot say that we are always perfect. Everybody makes mistake and we get dragged away. But Lord personally drags him back. And vice versa relationship of a devotee. And the devotee does not give up devotion service, even though seemingly he is neglected by the Lord. Okay? This is a very thick relationship. So in this verse of Shri Ishopanishad, what do we have seen? We have seen the devotees offering prayers of surrender to the Lord. In fact, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has elaborated, and everybody talks about surrender to God, is that surrender has 6 principles. Bhagavad Gita also says, Sarva dharmana parityaja mamekam. Surrender. Give up everything, surrender. Oh, what is surrender? Let us understand that. It is said, anukulyasa sankalpa. If anything is favorable to service to Krishna, we accept. That is called surrender. And something is unfavorable, pratikulya vivarjita. Something is unfavorable, we reject. And complete faith, that rakshitasi vishwasa, complete faith, yes, Krishna is competent to protect me. And then, not only Krishna is competent to protect me, he is my guide, he is my leader. And then after that, always be meek and humble in front of the Lord. And have no desire other than desire of the Lord. So this constitutes actually surrender. Correct? Surrender doesn't mean something less. Surrender is, a beautiful consciousness. And God is a person with a personality. You surrender to a person. You don't surrender to something impersonal. You cannot do that. God is a personality. And you take shelter knowing that God can. And here what is happening, just like last time we were reading, the devotee, the prayer keeps saying that verse 4 times. Kratam smara, kratam smara, krato smara, kratam smara. My Lord, please remember me. Because actually at the time of death, the body breaks down so badly that it is not possible for us to do the best of the prayer sometimes. And not only that, when we leave the body, three things can happen. Either Yamadutas will come to take you for, they have to, because we have acted very irresponsibly, and there were facilities given to us which we didn't use. So we are not ready for human form now. We have to go through a lot of experiential learning to lower forms. So we have to be shaped, we have to be made ready for that. So there is some kind of many good lessons are learned in hard ways. So they come and they take us. It is just like after whole life, at the ripe old age, instead of being awarded, we are being arrested. Correct? Any old man in the society is honored anyway. Any elderly man goes to any assembly, he is given due respect. Correct? There is always a respect for elderly people. Somebody was telling me, some countries, even father is taken like a guest. As it why? Yeah, guest on the second day is a pain. First day guest is very sweet. Any guest comes to home, first day is very sweet. Second day becomes a pain. Third day we want him to go. Generally, guest is always good on the first day, then it becomes a pain. Even a father is a guest in that country. So okay, but a good culture is actually that we take care of elderly people, they are given all comforts and we have give due respect. So what happens is that either we, when we go out, we see it's very unfortunate. Old age, instead of being honored, you are dishonored. At a very ripe old age, police comes to arrest you. It's very, that is Yamaduta, nothing but police from the government of Krishna coming to arrest you. Okay. And the second, therefore some people do prayashita also, so that all the sinful activities are nullified, at least Yamadutas don't come. And there is another thing, nobody comes. That is the time you are going to Devaloka. That time no need, Yamadutas don't come, you go to Devalokas. Yamadutas come. And the best thing is, Vaikuntha Vimana comes. Imagine how auspicious it is. Correct? It's just like from the government. Sometimes what happens, elderly people are given some kind of recognition by the government for their service in a particular line. Sometimes doctors also, after whole life of service, they are given from the, something, Padma Bhushan, something, they get some award. In Bangalore also, some leading doctors have got that award after whole life of service. That is considered very nice. So similarly, this government, any puny government, from the Supreme Lord arranged government, Supreme Lord has all the arrangement, Vaikuntha Vimana comes to take it. How auspicious it will be. So therefore, in the last verse, because that is the goal of life. Just like when you are doing college, we are thinking, when my college ends, some big job offer comes for me, so I think my college was successful. And this is what am I doing, correct? All parents are proud, son gets a good job. So similarly, these things are there, something we have to do for maintenance of the body, that's fine. But the success of life is when Vaikuntha Vimana comes. And not only that is recognized. Today people are generally foolish, they don't think it's the right goal. But not only are all the saintly people very happy, even Devatas are happy. It is when a Vaikuntha Vimana goes on the way, when Dhruva Maharaj is going, even Devatas are throwing flowers. Even Prithu Maharaj, when they were going, they were thinking, going to wait, because beyond there, it is just going to Vaikuntha. Even they are so happy, and everybody celebrates. So that being the goal of the life, the devotees pray to the Lord. My Lord, please remember. Means, in the sense, my Lord, whatever little I could do, devotion service, if you neglect, just like many devotees pray to the Lord, please keep me as the dust of your lotus feet. So Prabhupada also says very nicely, one purport, that we should just wait for Krishna to call us. We are doing devotion service, we were with Krishna, we are offering devotion service to Krishna. Somewhere or another, we chose that we can be independent of the Lord. So we are here. Now the opportunity is there, whatever we are doing, but we are waiting for the call of the Lord. That is, Vaikuntha Vivana is nothing, a call. They say, no, I got a call from this company, I got a call. Same terms people use, I got a call. So we should wait for a call from the Lord. Yes, the Lord has called. Right? It's not that I will cease to exist. I will not cease to exist. Even in the dream, the soul is active. And some people feel in salvation we are not active. That's not true. Soul is always active. Rather, in the healthy state, soul will be more active. So in that situation, when I am very active and I get an opportunity, why not happily I serve the Supreme Lord? So he is waiting. The devotees, all the devotion services basically to get an opportunity wherein Krishna calls them. And that is blessed. Then my life is successful. Yes. We do work in so many ways in this world that we mentioned this point very many times. We are so careful in this world of relationships actually. And we are so careful not to upset anybody, and we are very careful maintaining, there are so many people. We try our best. But sometimes we think, Krishna we take for granted. Now Krishna is very merciful, he will always be happy. Krishna is very, very merciful. Prabhupada says in the purport that when somebody hears about Krishna's pastimes, Shanuvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shavana Kirtanaha. When somebody hears about the Leela, about the pastimes of the Lord is so happy. Why is he happy? Not that he is benefiting. He is benefiting. In fact, Prabhupada also, whenever he used to see disciples are reading the books, Prabhupada used to be so happy. In fact, because his consciousness is so advanced, even slightest of the gestures of Prabhupada was like so much encouragement for the devotees. Slightest of gesture. Prabhupada used to see disciples reading. I was so happy. I was so happy to see them doing that. In fact, Prabhupada said, I am writing these books not for making money by selling. I am writing these books so that you people benefit when you read. In fact, he wrote books in that meditation. And disciples also, when they used to see these nectarian books, they used to be so ecstatic. They used to just go and sell that book. Sometimes it used to be very advanced book. Like we have a literature called Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is very advanced. It goes, okay, if God is there, what is it doing? That is advanced. In every religion it is recognized God is there in His kingdom. But what is it doing there? That you have to come here to know. And they were so ecstatic in hearing about the Lord's intimate dealings, which comes in Chaitanya Charitamrita. They should just take that volume and sell it. There is a place where a disciple comes to Prabhupada in the airport for, he sells a book to somebody in the airport. And he says, the author is here only, come. So he says, can I get an autograph? They take some signature, something. So they come for Prabhupada, please sign, write some words. Your book I have just purchased. Prabhupada didn't say anything. But generally Prabhupada used to say these books are a little more advanced. Sometimes one disciple said, Shuddhakriti, he's a proper disciple. And he said, Prabhupada, I used to every day have a privilege. Prabhupada used to, at temples, they have a garden. So in the evening, Prabhupada used to sit there and maybe say 6 o'clock something. Then 7 o'clock is dark. So he says, read. So he said, I had a privilege. Prabhupada used to ask me to read from Krishna. That was a privilege I used to have. And I used to always take he says, the pastimes of Krishna killing demons. Because Prabhupada used to start laughing, enjoying those pastimes. And he says, one day I asked Prabhupada, I was searching for some pastime. So Prabhupada, read from anywhere. It's all like a sugar candy. You can touch anywhere. It is so sweet. So like that, the opportunity is there. So we should be successful. Even though so many things we do in our life, we should understand Krishna is very great. It's not easy to flatter Krishna. We read that, meditated on that Brahma, even though he offered in Bhagavatam, beautiful prayers, they said. Beautiful prayers Brahma offers to Krishna, that is recorded in the Krishna book also. And many of those prayers he quote in preaching. Beautiful prayer Brahma offers to Krishna after the Brahma Vimoha Leela. And after he offered prayers, he looked at Krishna. He could not make out whether Krishna is happy or not. Whether I am satisfied or not, Krishna. Correct? Krishna is so great. Great? So similarly, our whole life, don't take it for a joke. This important meditation which we had in the morning, I have done it 2-3 times again, but nothing wrong to repeat. Then what happens generally when we come to Krishna consciousness? We chant Hare Krishna and become an association of devotees. Everything is nice, you know. It looks all wonderful. So we get in peace and we think that is full stop. We make a very big blunder there. Krishna consciousness is not for peace of mind. Krishna consciousness is to solve the problem why I have taken birth here. Krishna consciousness is to make me go back to Godhead. But what happens? You know, as neophyte we become happy by little peace of mind, little Rajaguna is less, mind is not harassed by some material desires. Now I am not so much interested in upadhi in the world and all. I get little peace and I come in some, from the materially they call it, comfort zone. And I feel this is it. And I become very complacent and I lack seriousness in Krishna consciousness. Maybe I am chanting, beats are rolling, but I am not feeling, I am not. Therefore, Prabhupada says, always you should be in association of devotees. Otherwise, we become we slow down. And we don't understand the urgency that I have to advance and go back to Krishna. Yeah? There is, when we chant, there is some peace of mind. We don't Anyway, devotees are always at least much nicer than ordinary people. We feel nice in their company. In that, you know, society circle, we become, even gossiping starts, we think, yeah, that's nice. But I forget the very purpose I come to Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada says, don't approach a spiritual master unless you want to solve the problem of material existence. Okay? We forget for the purpose, just like you approach Prabhupada. For what purpose? I want to go to Vaikuntha. You see, Parikshit Maharaj did a morning reading. What humility is surrendered to Shukadeva. Animal. We were really stunned by his humility, correct? A Mahabhagavata, directly protected by the Lord himself when he is about to be born. Grandson of the Pandavas, emperor of the whole world. When Shukadeva Goswami comes, what humility he brings. What humility. He says, I am not even fit to be a Kshatriya. But my Lord, you have come. Shukadeva Goswami is saying, you're so kind to me. I don't know why Krishna has been so kind to me to send you to help me at this moment. You know, just imagine you have just 1 week before an exam and the biggest expert in that field comes and he says, I'll guide you now. How can be something more fortunate than that? Correct? So you have a grand exam of death and the Lord has come. Oh sorry, Shukadeva Goswami, the exalted devotee of the Lord has come. Celebrated devotee of the Lord has come. Young boy, that doesn't matter. He's fully competent. And he is now getting, and not only he can see all the sages of God when this saw him. And he's feeling so fortunate. And he's feeling, it is my Lord, it is not because of any my qualification. It is because my grandfather served Lord Krishna. Therefore Krishna was pleased with them and he has sent. And he has sent. Similarly, Prabhupada says, so the devotee, not only Krishna takes care of the devotee, but also all the relatives of the devotee, Krishna takes care. Just like in a company when you work, there is medical reimbursement of expenses of the family also. They take care of the family also, to some extent. Correct? They do that. The same way, when you serve the Lord, not only you are taken care, all your relatives, everything. Because sometimes in service to the Lord, I will neglect some of my responsibilities. Correct? It happens sometimes. Krishna will take it. There is nothing to worry. But provided you are serious. If you are not serious, if you are making just like Prabhupada was a very strong words. Prabhupada says we were hearing a class in the morning. He says the king's duty is to see that even the Brahmana is behaving like a Brahmana. Because Brahmana has a lot of privileges in the society. He doesn't have to work for his maintenance. He is maintained by the society. Correct? But if he is not maintaining the purity which is expected of a Brahmana, the king goes and says to him, why you are cheating? He has a right to do that. Correct? Why you are cheating? There was once, I remember, one person was there Kumbh Mela, a policeman. He became a good friend of mine, inspector. Kumbh Mela is coming next week. So he told me that he was very happy with our camp. And he used to personally help us every day, a lot of arrangements there. Because we were having ticket for our camp. And people used to rush. And ticket was, he has to buy one book of Prabhupada. Then only we were allowing them to enter our camp. And we had a beautiful exhibit. In fact, it was so nice that I think it stands as one of the records of book distribution. We distributed 10,000 books every day. Why? Because we were just 5 of us. Krishna's kindness, nothing. We should not live in past glories. But you're fortunate we have that opportunity. People were demanding, give me book, give me book. Because they used to go to the gate, which was manned by this inspector with his Jawans. We could not handle it because people, North India particularly, sometimes people are not like South India. South Indians also. They try to push it. They are little naughty, youngsters particularly. He will stand with his guard. No, you go to the counter and purchase a ticket, 10 rupee ticket. They'll come with 10 rupee ticket. And ticket though. It's a ticket. So they were actually tricking them to take one Prabhupada book. And he appreciated that point so much. He said, at least these people will go with something. Otherwise they just come and they go with some one book of Prabhupada. And we had a mass publication with 10 rupee books. We were distributing them. Sometimes we were shorter books, we were distributing books which cost even 20 rupees. Profit was not the motive was book should be. And they were people who 10 kitab, 20 kitab, they were snatching from our handbooks and queue whole day till night, 10 o'clock. Amazing it was. In fact, we had one devotee who wanted to count Lakshmi. Whole day he was just counting and making bundles and keeping it safe, because we are in an outside place. So he used to stand and at the guard and that all went on anyway. That's some service that happened. I think for around 30 days we had every day 10,000 books sold. 1 lakh rupees per day we got for 30 days. Amazing, maybe a record of book distribution. And people also did not mind because they came in, they got a book. They saw the exhibit which was unimaginable. From Calcutta temple, they have that exhibit even now during, Rath Yatra they do that. They take a full jhanki. Like we have Kudroli temple in Bangalore, they have a jhanki. They also have a fantastic jhanki, a 40-50 jhanki. They brought the whole thing there. And people were coming inside, they were seeing fascinating jhankis. Because other camp there was nothing. Now Swami will sit, big belly, and he will give bhashan. They will hear for 2-3 hours bhashan and then they will hear lunch. That's all was happening every day. Because they are Mayavadis. Mayavadis they are not interested in Krishna's pastimes. Because for them, God has no pastimes. They think God's pastime is Maya, so they don't get attracted to hear about Lord's Leela. But here, we are personalists. We had all the Leelas of the Lord, even Lord Rama's Leelas were there. And people were saying, sometimes even in fact, we were shout of them. They used to stand in front of that and wanted to ask questions. And they were so beautiful because Calcutta, their hands are very good people. They make beautiful things. So they were so beautiful, those different pastimes of the Lord, whatever they made from mud, clay. Some people asked me that if after the Kumbh Mela, if you're putting them in the river, give it to me. I will worship at my home. So beautiful. The Dashavatara, each one like you can take at home and worship. But they have it permanently every year they use for their Rath Yatra, so they brought it there. And then they had even some person sponsored 40 lakh from Marwadi gave to give a sweet to every visitor, Annadan. We were giving them ghee-made suji. See, people are amazed. They get a book, they get this darshan, they have the Prabhupada Kirtan was going on. And inside also they used to meet devotees. We had one huge book counter there. They used to meet devotees, they used to exchange their books. Because, all we family had the same book, so they will ask, same book we got. So we can exchange, so we used to get a little more money from them. They will buy a big book now, or something. Amazing it was an experience. So they used to go with sweet and this is it. Nobody complained, not one person complained. And there were some people who used to come, from sadhus and all, we used to just let them in like that. This man helped us a lot. One day he was chatting with me and he told me that I'm so happy here, but I don't have a good experience of every sadhu that comes here. Once he saw one sadhu engage in illicit sex. Some details I don't want to say, obnoxious. And he said, I told that sadhu, what is all this? So he said, the sadhu told me, Vairagi nahi hai. Vairagi nahi, I don't have a renouncement. So he said, live like us. Live like us. Why you have to make a show? Correct? So the king had the right. He can go to a Brahmana. Why are you cheating? Why are you cheating? You know? Because they have a Brahmana has a privilege. We don't work for maintenance. We are maintained by the society. Correct? But you have to maintain the purity. Otherwise, anybody can come and ask why you are cheating. Correct? So this was how beautiful system it was. Nothing can be taken for granted. And in that, because everybody is fit for the role is playing, whole society is very peaceful. Today, why society is disturbed? Because we have leaders and we know they are not fit for that role in any way. Prabhupada said, whole world is suffering. And he said, the day they have people who are leading them, who are fit for that role, you cannot imagine how happy people will be. You go to Bhutan even now. You go to Bhutan, ask them about the king. They are so happy. Such a nice king. Everybody is very. In fact, I visited Nepal. That was a long time ago when there was a king there, who was shot dead by somebody. We don't know who shot him dead. That was the last king. Was worshipped by the whole kingdom. His birthday they used to queue for 3 days. So leader, if he is qualified, and people don't expect much actually. You see how much people expect from a priest? Not much. But sad part is that people cannot even give that much to it. Correct? People are not ordinary mass of people. They hardly know anything about devotion. They don't expect sadhus to be on some supra plane floating in some love of Krishna. No. That we know. That we know. How much we know. We just expect maintain basic purity. If this much is done, whole society will worship. Actually, that much itself. The sad part is we don't give back to the society. Society is so lovingly. Prabhupada says, just like people take care of children, they take care of sadhus. In fact, Prabhupada also told the devotees many times. I have so many fathers and mothers now. In humility used to say, taking care of me. At this old age, Prabhupada used to say, sometimes sadhus may get worried. And that is the reason many times people get married, even as the devotees. They think, what will happen in the old age? Prabhupada said, if you are thinking about that, you can never be a brahmachari. Correct? Because that question will come, what will happen in the old age? But today the joke is, you ask any parent with so many children, no children is around in the old age to take care of them. You ask anybody. No children are around. There, somewhere in America, there was one nice story which came on the Facebook. He said, my father had only 1 bedroom flat. With all his saving, maybe he could have purchased 1 bedroom flat. So I thought, I can make it 2 or 3 bedroom. So I could have taken a job in India, but I left everything, went to America. And then there, I got entangled, I got married to somebody, American woman there, and then had children. Children got used to that life there. And it was not easy to get a leave. I came to know my father is sick. And I came back to India, met him, then I had to go back to my job. And then finally, my father died and I could not even come. The situation was such. And I called up the neighbors to take care, and some people arranged, and this all happened. And it slowly goes on. And at the end they say, all for 1 more bedroom. All for 1 more bedroom. So somehow our society, they are getting so much lost. Actually, it is true today. Even if you think that in the old age, children are going to take care, children are not there. No family can say children are there. Correct? And neither that thing is remaining today as it was previously. There is a lot of care to be taken. The heart is not there. The heart should be there. They are happy. Parents are put in a nursing home or old age home, like in America the trend is. The heart is not there. Because more the heart is attracted towards sense gratification, the more person loses his culture. So here the devotee is anyway, coming back to the main point of the shloka, the devotee is praying to the Lord. What is the prayer? My Lord, please accept me. And therefore, his previous shloka says, Kratosmara, 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 4 times. Please remember my Lord, Smara, Krato. Krato means whatever Kriya I did. Please remember means, my Lord, please be merciful to me. I did maybe little devotional service and so many offenses. Please give me place at your lotus feet. Then that mood we can take. The devotee's prayer. Correct? Whatever Prabhupada says, don't worry. You don't have to remind the Lord. Lord remembers. But in affection, devotee can always say. So Krishna does not forget actually. Krishna remembers every devotional service that is done. And even at the time of death, Krishna helps the devotee. Just like Parikshit Maharaj was helped, Bhishma was helped. Kaunteya Pratijanihi Bhakta Pranashati. So it may be because of the ghastly situation. All of us have to see that. It's the ghastly situation in which you leave the body. You have to be ready for that actually. And it's a tremendous torture. So much pain and emotional pain, physical pain. We are in actually utter confusion at that time. But Krishna remembers whatever little devotional service we have done. And Krishna graces us so that we can remember his lotus feet. And he helps us to come to his lotus feet. If not, at least we are not still ready to come to his lotus feet. Krishna gives us further opportunity so we can continue the devotional service that we are doing. Correct? So our impetus should be, yes, that if we don't take Krishna for granted, that should not be there. No, Krishna is very kind, he will remember me. No. We have to somehow we have to do devotional service in such a way that we can get attention of Krishna. Krishna says yes. We are doing so many things in this world mainly to get attention of so many people in this world. But these people are all jokers. Last time I remember I was asking, do you know your grandfather's name? Grandfather's father's name? He could not remember. The Shisha, he could not remember. I don't know. That's how it is. Our name is just a name only. Nobody will know us also. But Krishna remembers. Even slightest devotional service. Swalpam apiyasa dharmasya trayate mahato bhaya. For not that we do swalpam only then. Prabhupada said, he was in America, he said, by Lord's grace, you people can offer 56 items to the Lord 56 times in the day, like Jagannath Puri. You should do that. He's telling Americans, do that. In fact, when he came to Vrindavan, Prabhupada used to everything. He is telling the devotees, it will not be good to your American name if you don't make a nice temple here. And they built beautiful. In fact, that's the best place in Vrindavan. Correct? So Prabhupada engaged the devotees and devoted all their propensities. But idea was what? Krishna is pleased, not that he is pleased. I know that devotional service has benefited their devotees so much. So here in the shloka, the purport Prabhupada points out many things. And main thing is pointing out that as a person becomes a devotee, and as he puts an effort, because there are different kind of efforts people are putting. Yesterday our meditation was a determination, there was a knowledge. So people have a determination. Some people have a determination to do as a duty and very enthusiastically work without expecting any return. This is a sattvic man. But such people are non-existent today, extinct. We don't find anybody in that society, in that platform. Is working just as a duty, even material work, without expecting any nishkamka. We don't get it. Mostly we get people are working so that they get a lot of money, they get respect in the society. This is Rajasic. And Tamasic, they don't work on it. Crazy people. And they only dream. They only dream. Oh, I will be. Sometimes we also do take, I will worship. Like that. But above even the Sattvic person who works as a duty is a Bhakta. He works just for Krishna's pleasure. We will see a Sattvic man just working, doing his duty, not expecting any return or a name and fame in society, and he knowing this is a good work. He works with unbreakable determination. You will say, amazing. Such a man is worshipped. Whatever credits Gandhi got was because people felt that he worked without any personal profit. Similarly, when the Anna movement came, we saw people also in the beginning, they came forward with huge enthusiasm. Why? They felt this man has no personal profit from it. Agree? So even if somebody is at determination of sattvic level, amazing support people give to him. But a bhakta is even above all of that. He is working not for even that platform. He works for Krishna's pleasure. He works for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord, which is the highest platform. And automatically a bhakta is a Brahmana. Automatically he has all the qualities that we can talk about or aspire in this world. Everybody wants something from the Lord. Karmi wants sense gratification. Yogis want power. And the jnanis want some siddhis. But a devotee, when he comes to the Lord, he does not want anything. The Prabhupada says all the three are lusty. A devotee comes to give something to the Supreme Lord. My Lord, I want to please you by this. Please accept this small service. That is the qualification and nature of a devotee. So, that's the best. And Prabhupada is saying actually the meditation should be that nothing is independent of the Lord. If you see anything, in the Chatushloka Bhagavatam it is said, if you see anything which is independent of the Lord, know that as my Maya. If you see anything as independent of Krishna, everything is coming from Krishna. So therefore, when we want to advance the spiritual line, all angles there is a support. Morning we were seeing the example of Parikshit Maharaj. All angles there was support. Shukadeva Goswami was sent to guide him. All the sages were sent to give him beautiful atmosphere. But Prabhupada said the only thing is that we have to be sincere. Krishna knows, Krishna can see the sincerity of a devotee. Then there is no question of any kind of shortage. We look for find fault in the whole world. This is not the, all fault is that we are not sincere. If we are sincere, there is no question of shortage. Krishna is personally created this world for spreading Krishna consciousness. If we are sincere for that, there is no shortage. Prabhupada said no. Krishna can give you the whole world in 18 days or 18 hours he can give you. Because Krishna gave to Pandavas the whole world in 18 days. Correct? Mahabharata about in 18 days. So Prabhupada said, what 18 days? In 18 hours Krishna can give you the whole world. But what you will do? You will sleep. You will not deliver the goods. So the basic thing should be that we become sincere. Rest is not the botheration. Many devotees should write to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, we are thinking now like this I can maintain the temple like this, Prabhupada said. You think how you preach Krishna consciousness. Rest Krishna will supply. Don't have any botheration on that one. Okay? So Krishna is always there with the devotees and taking care from all the angles. So from all the angles. As a spiritual master we see, Prabhupada is saying in this purport, Krishna sent the spiritual master, Krishna is personally guiding from the heart, Krishna gives us the association of the devotees and everything. And then devotee being surrounded by all these merciful representations of the Lord can make, if he is serious, quick progress in Krishna consciousness. So from Krishna's side, there is nothing waiting. Krishna is always ready. Srila Prabhupada ki